Hey there, we hope you... All right, that wasn't the right one.
That was the end.
There we go. Guess what? Hey, this is why you gotta watch the Twitch show.
That's
yeah,
right.
I was gonna say, are we keeping that in for the podcast or no?
So good.
But welcome to Dungeon Not Included.
That's right.
A show where we're very professional. We take our jobs very seriously, and we never accidentally play the outro audio.
Never happened.
Instead of the intro.
Never once.
Nope. Never happened.
In all our long careers here.
Yes. Speaking of things that come at the end of other things, we finished an episode last time.
We did.
Hooray! So we get to do post-episode stuff, which is...
which I'm trying to look up in the stupid book, and it's not that easy. So
is the book stupid, or are all of us stupid?
Well,
if I remember correctly from last time, I'm pretty sure we all get infinite pneuma.
Yes.
And all our stats change to 3s.
Right. Right. We continue rolling D10s, but Brennan has to roll D4s.
Right. Yes. That was the other rule.
Mm-hmm. Right. Same difficulty.
Yeah, you
so
can
only never succeed.
Yeah, you still only get successes on 7 and up. So
it's true.
Only successes on 7 and up. Yes.
Yeah, but you have to roll D4s.
Yeah.
Right. All right. Well, while I'm waiting for this to load, let's do a quick recap of what happened last time.
Sure.
We fought some faceless men.
Yes. That was mostly what happened.
Yeah.
I think that's all that happened last time.
But it was incredibly fun. We all got to play with our what made our characters great. Yeah, we Skip was able to fill us in on what the faceless men were, simply because of his elaborate fan fiction history, or not fan fiction, mythology, his lore, knowledge of lore. There was a lot of crazy driving, and I got to electrocute a car wash full of faceless men. Fun.
That was fun.
Yeah. That was super fun. I presume when we next have like a real episode, or maybe we'll probably have time to like do the starter, like the cold open for our next one. We're gonna finally hear back from your creepy friend Adam about that lead on the windmill or whatever.
Yeah.
Figuring out how to kill ghosts and how to keep them from dying, and then all that cool stuff that you definitely shouldn't be playing around with.
Oh yeah,
we are anyways.
Oh, that's right. We were gonna do the windmill thing with somebody else.
I think the windmill was going to be, that is somebody who is a big fan of the Clifton kids, may have some information 100%. About the windmill case.
That's correct.
And then Skip was kind of like, I don't really want to know about that as much as I want to protect Pickle.
I don't care about my unfinished business. I'm too busy taking care of my dog.
Yeah, I'm not projecting in any way. I'm not.
Yeah. I've never used my dog as an excuse to procrastinate in real life. So.
Oh, guys, I'm so sorry. I can't hang out tonight. I got my dog, she's got to be walked. So.
Yep. My dog has been so sick so many times.
Oh, man. Yeah. Those dogs, they get sick so easily.
Yeah.
When you don't want to do stuff.
Yep.
All right. So closing the episode, We regain Numa by recounting the episode. So at the end of the
Yes.
episode, we wind down with a brief recap of what happened.
That's gonna be hard because our episode is like
It's like many
several
sessions long. Yeah.
sessions long. I know it started with the drag race to see who took over
Yes.
as leaders of the
And
territory.
it was
So
Tusk Queen.
yeah,
Right.
because I let my sister drive the car.
Well,
Uh,
we recap it pretty much every time we play, so
I know. I
just
think
did.
we're fine. The question really is, was this a rising energy or a detonation episode? Was it one that was setting up stuff for later? Or was
Oh.
it one that had a big confrontation? And it clearly was
Definitely
a rising energy.
rising energy. Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't
100%.
think anybody could make an argument for detonation.
Mm.
Okay. Do you have less than 5 Numa?
No.
I have 5.
Ooh, not less than.
Not
Yep.
less than. Okay.
No. Well, neither do I. 7.
All right. Then you don't need to bring yourself up to 5. So finally, a set of questions. Which set you answer depends on the energy of the episode. So this is a rising energy episode. Each guess gives you 1 Numa up to the episode maximum. You can get a maximum of 5 for this.
Gotcha.
Cool.
All right. Did you get to roll dice and use a splat feature or an edge?
Yes.
Yes.
Everybody did. Yeah. Did you stir shit up, whatever that means for the group?
Oh God, yes.
I think we all did, right?
Yeah.
Needlessly so.
That's kind of our MO.
Mm-hmm.
Did you engage in your relationship with your deep yearning or wellspring of solace, or get involved with anybody else engaging with theirs?
Everybody
What
hung
is-
out with Rue.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so then that covers all of us.
Yeah.
Did you set yourself up or get set up for new future strife in
Yes.
some way?
Yes, we researched so much stuff about my future. In fact, that's what led to the Faceless Men and learning more about. We now have a lead on the windmill guy, so I would say yes.
Yeah, and also there's a weird vampire possibly guy.
Yes.
Is he sexy? I can't remember if we said specifically that he's
He's a silver
sexy.
fox.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just very important to me when you introduce a supernatural creature to know whether they're sexy or not.
You're
Yeah.
not wrong. That is important.
And as for I mean, I sort of set myself up for future strife by involving Shaggy Richards. Shaggy. I think
Shaggy.
Yes.
Shaggy.
Yes.
Shaggy.
Richards.
This is his name.
Yeah.
He is not
Because-
Shaggy.
Yeah,
No,
I think
no.
Not Shaggy.
Shaggy.
Roxy and Adam both by leveraging like contacts and and souring those pretty severely. I think we both set something up for the future.
Oh yeah, okay. Then yes for all of
Okay.
us.
Did you have an introspective, brooding, or otherwise quiet moment?
I had a quiet moment with my sister after the race. Where I sort of was like consoling her on our loss, and we sort of like commiserated about the struggles we'd been going through.
And I think Skip
Nice.
and I believe Roxy as well had a moment where we were talking about family and the taking care of ourselves,
Yeah.
doing what's right and finding closure. Whether or not that was followed through on, we had the moment.
Well, because you and I definitely had that big conversation about what, like, my finished or unfinished, like, why am I acting the way I am? Because I was when I tried to go through the gate and everything, you guys had we had a whole
Right.
big thing about that with whether I'm acting recklessly and all that stuff over it.
Mhm.
So
Nice.
yes on that.
Yeah. That probably gets everybody to 5.
Yeah.
So,
I think so.
So yeah.
There is one more question, but I'll ask it. But did you celebrate someone else, such as giving them grandeur?
Yeah.
I think everybody got grandeur at some point.
Yeah. We're being a little better about the grandeur thing. I feel like
Yes.
that's something we haven't been as on top of as we could have.
You know what? For pointing that out, grandeur.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh my
You're
god.
really good at pointing out that we've been getting better at it. So I think that's
Thank
really
you.
worth
All
I'm
right.
adding that to the grandeur pool.
Add it to the grandeur pool.
it. You know what?
All
For
right.
adding it to the grandeur pool, you should give yourself a grandeur.
All right, I don't think we can make an infinite grandeur engine,
I
sadly.
think you're
Right.
squeezing that
You
a
know
little
what? For
too
taking measure and Men's response to that. Grandeur.
Listen, if I were GM, I wouldn't let you get away with this, but even as a player, I'm not going to let you.
Keep getting away with this. Okay.
You can't keep getting away with it.
All right. So that concludes our episode close. Refreshed your Numa a bit, I assume.
I'm back up to full because I'm stingy.
I'm at 10 because I used a lot.
Not bad. Not bad.
Where are you at, Frank?
I'm at 12.
Oh, and
Nice.
I have to do my family Numa pool, which is, let's find, okay. So I can add to my pool if I answer yes to, has someone I consider family helped me out or spent quality time with me? I would say yes. I mean, I had that good moment with Roxy, or not Roxy, with Rory at the end of the race.
Do you
you
consider
think-
either of these two your family at this point?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I added them to my family by the end of the previous episode.
Yeah.
So they also count. And that would also
So that would also
qualify
give you
as the yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that just one?
Yeah, is it cumulative? Or?
It is a pool that has a maximum of 3, and I add 2 to it if I answer yes to that question. So now it's at the maximum of 3.
Okay.
What about anguishes? Don't those happen
Oh yeah.
now?
Yes, there's a thing with anguishes.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't remember. Oh,
Do
there
you
it
guys
is.
have
Never mind.
anguishes?
Yeah.
I think we all have an anguish.
Yeah, I think we do, and I think we did put them in different parts of that sheet because I couldn't find mine until now.
Yeah,
Mine is the reason why I keep wrecking cars is because I'm effectively useless in a car. So I always. Did you know that, Rebel?
No, I did
Yeah,
not.
that's why I keep destroying your cars.
Why are you breaking all my cars?
Because I don't know how doors work. I can't get in and out of it. I'm always confused and disturbed by them. It's leftover baggage from being killed by the first wheel.
I mean, I feel like you know, that's something that you got to really like examine inside yourself. I think maybe Adam needs to go to therapy about this.
Or at least driver's ed.
Yeah, that would also help.
So everybody who has an anguish marks an X next to it for the time box.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I have an anguish or if I put one on here. I have a deep yearning and wellspring of solace, but I don't see an anguish.
Yeah, I see a blank space for your anguish, but nothing in it.
Okay, so let's make it now, I guess. So your anguish is just something that like you're.
It's a psychic scar of some kind.
Oh, then definitely I'm assuming the lack of memory of my own death would be one.
Well,
right?
no, that's not an anguish. An anguish occurs when you are in play. Did you get one?
Oh, I don't think I've gotten an anguish. No. Oh, so it's if I fail rolls and stuff like that, I get an anguish.
You can get Numa back if you get an anguish too.
I see. Yeah,
right.
no,
if your Numa is like really low, you can always take an anguish and get 10 Numa.
I understand. Okay, yeah, no. Yeah. Ooh, that's really good to know because I go through Numa like
running through it.
You use a lot of your ghost powers.
which is
So
cool because
What's
as a
the point
ghost,
of being a ghost without using ghost powers?
yeah. And what's the point of
That's
being a ghost without
absolutely
having
true.
anguish, right? So I like the
Yeah,
idea that
right.
you could fuel it that way.
mhm.
Well, all of you can fuel your pneuma that way. So there's 3 time boxes and 1 drama box that go next to an anguish, and you have to fill those in order to get rid of your anguish. At the end of each episode, you mark the time box next to it.
How would you describe like filling the drama box? Because
So
like
you have to show in every episode after you get an anguish, you entertain the darkest cosmos by showing how the anguish causes significant complications or drama to your protagonist's personal story.
Oh, can I get one for my drama box? Because damaging those cars, I'm trying to pull it into the actual story as
Yeah.
opposed to, yeah. So, like, that could have been devastating if ripping open the trunk would have caused the car to break down or something else to happen. All right, cool.
Yeah.
what about like that moment when the faceless guys showed up and Roxy was just like, God damn it, this shit again. Because my anguish is what are Rory and I getting into? So like all this
Yeah.
supernatural weirdness, Roxy's, you know, not exactly coming to terms with it, but being like, oh God, this is the status quo now.
Right.
Yeah,
Does
you've
that
been
count as a
consistently
drama?
like, why I can't deal with this right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It's basically it has to show you you have to show complications based on it.
Okay.
So I don't know if that actually showed a complication or not.
I'm just not sure because, like, I feel like all of the stuff we've been getting into is a complication.
I guess
in
because it was
Roxy's
Shaggy
life.
who was your friend who caused all that. That's probably
Mhm.
a complication. So
Okay. Yeah. Then I'll mark my drama box.
and each of you get to mark 1 time box.
Yes.
And I don't know when you got your anguish. Which
Uh,
episode?
We've only done 2 episodes, so I only have 2 time boxes marked.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I think we both got ours in our first episode.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I just wanted to make sure you got credit for the first episode because I don't think we.
I think we
the
both
time
did.
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't, for whatever reason, I didn't mark it as separate boxes at the time, but it's obvious from context that it would have been time. So
Mhm.
Right.
I'm now at 2313.
There's only 1 drama box.
Oh, there's only 1 drama box. Never mind. Hey, good. Guess what? I don't have to destroy your car anymore. At least I don't have to make a big stink of it.
Right.
I just have to continue with.
Stop breaking my shit.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I think if Roxy's okay with it, maybe enroll Adam in driver's seat.
Yeah.
That'll take up the time for the next episode, and we're good.
Yeah. Just be like, hey, Adam, stop breaking my shit.
Starting off
All
the
right.
driver's ed, like, okay, first of all, there are not demons running this car. It's just
Mhm.
gasoline, a little bit of nitro, a fuel of my own concoction.
All right. So that concludes our episode break.
Nice. That is how the sausage is made.
It's true.
All right. So
yeah.
where were you going to start for the next episode? What are you planning on doing?
That's a good question. I mean, I think it really does have to start with us getting what was the name of Adam's friend again?
Oh God, I have his nickname written down. It's something. It's Caduceus.
Caduceus. Yeah.
Caduceus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think.
I think that's got to be the
figure out-
opening stinger, right?
Yeah. So let's get some info from Caduceus. We don't know.
Second, I think the
Caduceus?
dog's outside the door.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. Also,
Mhm.
let's all join forces against the GM so that
Yeah.
he has no power over us. Do not open the door, like the door, literally to any fictional
Well,
drama. Don't let him
I
have
think
Like,
anything
while
don't open the door like he just did
for the
for the
dog. Yeah.
dog.
We're all on
Granger,
the same
Granger,
page, right?
Granger,
Granger,
Granger.
Granger. Yeah, we all said
We all gave each other infinite grandeur.
yeah,
Oh, we
we
found the
managed to say
infinite
grandeur
grandeur
about
hack.
70 times for that minute you were gone. So we're good. Healed up.
And I now have a dog.
That's game.
Yeah.
We win. We won
Mhm.
the game.
We
You won Katanas and Trenchcoats.
Katana, right, everybody. Next
Right.
week we'll be starting on our next campaign, and
Yep.
So yeah, let's have a scene and get some information from our wizard friend
Caduceus.
Caduceus, and then see what's become of him. We know that he's working with a vampire in some regard with immortal
We
blood.
followed him.
With
Yeah,
immortal
like
blood,
that
yeah.
still doesn't necessarily mean anything because it's not like he took my blood for a don't use it with vampire. We're saying vampire. I don't know if we know he's a vampire.
You
We
don't know he's a vampire.
know that he just kind of looks like a vampire.
he's
You
giving
know
off
what I
major
mean?
vampire vibe.
We know that he's sexy and likes blood, so that's like the first
That's
steps. Like
Those are the
we're
two things.
we're in walking like a duck and quacking like a duck territory.
Right.
So we're
Yeah.
If he ends up being
So
a platypus, right.
yeah.
we're
it's
assuming
true.
it's a duck. Yeah.
Right. Okay, so yeah,
Vampire
let's talk to our sorcerer friend and see what's going on.
Now that you've said his name, I know for sure that Caduceus is it because I remember making the Caduceus joke
Yes, that's true.
Already?
previously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have made that joke.
It's important to reestablish because he is an asshole.
All right. I'm trying to remember what this guy was like now.
He
ran
had
a
a
head shop.
failing vape shop,
Yeah.
and he was super like Redditor smug about himself.
Oh, right.
I hope that clears things up for you.
All right, so you show back up at his shop. What was the information that he was trying to get for you?
If I recall, it was how to protect and control psychopomps. So the one end is to protect Pickle, the other end is to like an offensive against Tuxedo Mask. What was the guy's name? Do we get his name?
He was also the Tuxedo Mask dude. No, specifically too, we were trying to find anything that's targeting him, like any history of this particular person, because what he was able to give us temporarily is the necklace that I've been wearing that won't let me actually touch Pickle, but it also wouldn't let the other guys touch me either in the last fight. But so we're looking for protection for Pickle and or information to be able to take down this specific guy, like what he is, how he's working, and everything.
Yeah, we want to get rid of Tuxedo Mask Psychopomp. Yep. That's what we were looking for in the information.
Okay. So you arrive, and Caduceus is there looking smug.
When doesn't he?
He says, "Welcome back."
Yeah, we're back. So did you get the stuff that we asked for?
Oh, you can always trust me. I have exactly what you need.
Okay, how do we do this? You have a book for us to read, DVD, VHS, what?
he does actually pull out a book, a ancient looking tome, and he says, "What you seek is in here. The name of your friend, where he comes from, that sort of thing. But I also have something for Pickle that I put together."
Oh, 2 for 1.
Ooh, exciting.
Roxy
And
kind of
hey,
leans over to Skip and says, "What do you want to bet?" He bought a book that looks really old to make it seem more important than it is.
yeah, why buy the current edition when you can get the one from the 1950s? So
Right? Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
he holds up a little dog tag, right?
Ooh, I
Like,
love that.
and he says, "You just put this on Pickle's collar, and it should help."
And what does it do exactly?
It kind of brings Pickle a little more firmly into our world, meaning that things from the spirit world will have a harder time attacking.
Am I allowed to handle this? Like, can I grab it from him? Just hold it from
Yeah,
him?
you want to take it?
Yeah, I wanna sniff it, and then I wanna offer it to Pickle to sniff.
To sniff. All right. It smells a little metallic to you. Pickle smells it. Doesn't seem to be distressed or anything.
Okay.
Does he sneeze?
Yeah. He's a dog.
Because he's a dog.
Aw,
Dogs
grandeur.
sneeze.
Dog sneezes. That deserves it.
I love dog sneezes. They're adorable and really
Yeah.
disgusting.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
Ectoplasm.
here's what I would like. Here's what I would like to do. I'm assuming can I set that this location we're in like a basement of this guy's house, right? We went into a shop and then we went downstairs and he had his space. Correct?
It's not actually downstairs. It's just in a back room. But yeah.
Can I say that it's not brightly lit?
Oh
Would
yeah,
that make sense in
absolutely.
this place?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to spend 4 Numa to use bibliographic memory, which when I touch a book, I can hold the entire contents of the book in my mind.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm going to drop all of that to just get I'm not going to roll for any information. I just have all the information that guy has in that book. So what did I just learn? I just used like half my Numa to find this out, so it better be good stuff.
That's awesome. That's grandeur. That's definitely grandeur. That's an awesome use of that ability.
So do you want to add that to the grandeur pool? Where is it on here?
It's at the very top.
At the very top. I'm going to the bottom of the page. There we go.
Yeah, so...
There we go. Okay. 6 grandeur. Perfect.
Hooray.
All right.
So I think I pick up the book and just like my eyes turn white and then just like I like put it down like, okay. And then what did I learn?
It's a book on Celtic mythology. And one of the things that you learned in it is that there is a psychopomp by the name of Anku.
Okay. Anku. So I'm relaying. Whatever he's saying, I'm just relaying to you guys.
Yeah. Anku his job is to bring people to the underworld. Why he has it out for you, particularly Skip, is a good question, but not answered by this book. But you do get a lot of information and mythology about him.
So the way this move works, Brendan, just so that we can do this narratively.
Yeah.
The minute I touch bright light, I lose all this memory.
Oh, okay.
So whatever information is important for me to have for the next section of this story, I would like to have given like spoon fed to us now, because
you basically
we can't
just
recall
give all the
later.
information that Anku.
Sure.
you found out about.
Perfect. So like anything we know about the mythology, anything we know about his weaknesses, anything we know about like any stories where he has been tricked, like that sort of stuff. I would love to have those weapons in our arsenal going forward for the rest of this episode. And I would also, if it makes it easier for you too, Brendan, so you don't have to like, make mythology on the fly. We can also say that I know all this, and if you want to make it up later and just bring it back at crucial moments, you can do that too. But I think Skip knows that if he goes to your bright lights, he's going to lose this. So he's just word salading and vomiting everything he can think of about this guy.
And there's probably a lot of filler in this as well.
Sure.
That isn't accurate. So that kind of takes the place of us not actually knowing everything right now.
There is.
Sure.
I'm going to say, here's the deal. It also talks about various origins of this person, and there are several myths.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm looking at the wiki page right now.
Right, yeah.
Oh, this is a real dude?
Yeah, this is a real Celtic myth. He's a psychopomp.
But
I'm going to get the chance to look up how badly I misspelled this in our notes.
Yeah, so by the record, I love to. I start typing in the top in Google, and like Amazon comes up, followed by Ann Taylor and anthropology and ancestry and all these things. So how do you spell Ankou?
Ankou.
Hey, it wasn't that bad.
The document at the bottom.
Cool figure from Breton myth, who's the closest spirit of the dead. Very cool. All right, I got his wiki up as well.
Oh man, he doesn't look that much like Tuxedo Mask.
Well, I think he kind of updated to be more modern, if I have to guess, because you did describe him wearing like a 3-piece suit. So
yes, I did.
All right,
flipping a coin.
I like his cool horse.
Does he have a horse?
For those who are at home, so this is terrible radio. We have the picture. The first one that comes up it says Villains Wiki. The picture is two white horses with bridles that have like bones and stuff coming on them, dragging a cart with skulls and cool lamps, and riding aloft is what looks like a priest-ish kind of person, but of like the what's the 16th century, the Inquisition. He's got like an Inquisition kind of look to him with the big white hat. He's got a scythe and a crow and what looks maybe like an hourglass hanging off of it. It's a very cool image. Lots of like death throughout other mythologies, symbolism all over this guy.
Yeah.
And of
I'm
course,
throw up a random image, which I only now realize we cannot credit. No, espresso comsode on WordPress.com. That's
nice.
Cool. Yeah, all right.
And of course, on the second row, there is an anime Ankou, who is a very pretty man.
The real money right there.
Yes.
Yeah. But it's from Pinterest.
That's a little more like what he looks like in our.
Well, he doesn't have to be played by an actor, and we all know they're going to pick a very pretty man to play him.
I was saying it's got to be Henry Cavill. He's got the Witcher makeup still.
Oh my god!
Yeah, there we go.
I think in fairness, I think Henry might be too handsome. I don't know if anyone would not go to the underworld if that's the case. We might need to bring down the sexy a little bit.
I don't know. I mean, like, keep in mind that when like people are sexy in TV shows, when actors are sexy in TV shows, it's different than the characters being sexy. You know what I'm saying? They're like,
it's like how we have these.
I'm so hideous. How could anybody love me? Says the very handsome actor.
Yeah. Now I want to see Henry Cavill as a ponytailed high school girl who has to take off her glasses and say,
Everybody knows that wearing glasses makes you ugly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's literally Clark Kent to Superman. is those right there, right? But no, I'm getting the vibes of the of what you were saying. I'm getting vibes of like Netflix serial killer shows where they cast like Zac
Oh
Efron
my
to be someone who
god.
eats people, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
Fucking this may be a hot take, but I do think Mads Mikkelsen has his own kind of handsome charm.
Oh, 100%.
And him playing Hannibal in this series Hannibal is very much like we're supposed to dislike this guy. He's
Oh, yeah.
so fucking funny. He's
Yeah.
so funny.
He's great.
All right, so Anku. The coin seems to be something that might be a vulnerability.
Okay.
Yeah, does he have a scythe like he's usually
He
depicted
did
with?
not have a scythe when you met him.
Just the coin.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And none of the birds. There's crows in a lot of these pictures too.
Yeah.
Mm. So I'm gonna.
You did see him inside, so both times.
I mean, do we all feel, both in and out of character, that this pretty much settles what douche was supposed to give us? Kadushi is supposed to
Yeah, I
give
think
us.
this gives us. Yeah,
Caduceus.
this gives us both those things. So we get both the We
Yeah.
now have. So does this mean? Here's the question. I guess I have for Caduceus. I should have asked this before, and now we're going back nearly. But like when he gave him the collar, the little dog collar thing that protects him, does that mean that I no longer? I guess I still need my charm in order to keep Anku away from me. But does that mean now I can touch Pickle, or is he still pushed away from me? He's just not able to be attacked either.
Yeah, that's the case.
Okay, that's fine.
You can take yours off whenever you want to touch Pickle, but it does make you vulnerable.
Okay. I think for a minute I take it off and just like hug the dog because we're in a situation where I can.
Right.
And then I put it back
on. Caduceus, can you replace the chain? It broke off on Skip's thing.
Very
I'll
true.
pay for it.
Yeah, he'll do that.
And I'll
Thank you.
ask
Forgot
him
about
to
that.
I'll use that as an excuse to get him to kind of leave the room a minute and give us a moment of privacy.
Yeah, he's going to get the chain from the front.
Yeah.
So.
And I tell well, this is for Skip and I guess for Roxy too. So do we want Skip, do you really want to pursue this? You have something to protect Pickle, and you have a lead to find your unfinished business. I mean, do we need to go after this Anku?
I'm not necessarily interested in going directly after. So I guess here's the question for you two. He's going to ask as is like, he says, Adam, you've been around longer than I have, and Roxy, you definitely have an idea of how to defend territory and things you love. Are we better off going about? We have the ability to defend ourselves. Is it better to go looking for trouble right now and just get it out of the way, or is it better to not have to worry about it in case it doesn't come back up? We have the way to stop it if it happens. If he comes, we're armed with information. I'm just not sure if it's worth putting people in danger to try and go stop it directly, or if we should just go about our business. And if it comes up, then we deal.
I think we need to know what your business is. When I've ever fought anything in all my years, the thing has never wanted me to find peace.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, like, this guy, when he came for you, he was like, you've been around too long, you gotta move on. And, I mean, do you want to move on?
Do you agree with that?
So, I think I used to. Maybe this is a question for Caduceus. Maybe this is or a question for who is the Shaggy, and maybe we can get in contact again. This guy is very Anku very much wants me to move on. He says, I've been here for too long. What does too long mean? And what are the consequences of remaining? Because from what I can see, I've been around, I haven't found my peace for 80 some odd years. I don't know if I need to find it now.
So you're saying if there were no consequences, like you become a monster or whatever, you'd want to stick around. You don't want to
At least,
solve your own death.
well, I can solve my own death. I have all of time to solve my own death.
But maybe
Well-
just a little bit more time to get justice.
I don't know. I mean, this is some
That's
like
true.
big world shit that I've never had to deal with. I mean, maybe there's a
That's-
reason that he wants you to move on.
Maybe
That's
we
that's
could
what I'm
ask.
wondering is there a consequence for not? And I think Adam, you may have hit it on the head, which is there's if I don't know. I know that we're driving. Pickle's been trying to help me locate and figure out what happened to me, and we're getting closer to that. And if there's going to be any sort of closure, if that involves confronting those who were involved, it's been 6, 7, maybe 8 decades. I don't even know who's still alive to confront and whether that's going to be an issue if they're gone before I can. So maybe I don't have a choice here. Maybe if I'm here too long, maybe I can't move on.
Well, there could also be the possibility that the reason that Pickle led you to us, Pickle led you to me, and then we found Adam, is that there's something supernatural going on with them. Maybe they're immortal. Maybe they're, I don't know. Are there werewolves? Is that a thing?
No.
No?
No.
I love the confidence as if we don't know there's a Splat book specifically for this.
There are no werewolves.
Roxy did specifically say werewolves.
Yeah,
and there are no werewolves in the Darkest Cosmos.
And
Wolf
we
is
will
the
play
only.
We'll play to find out whether Adam is right technically or just plain wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways, I think at the end of the day, you need to decide what you want, but we will help you figure out what that is. But also, maybe the moving on is the friends you made along the way.
Grandeur.
Let me just say, since you asked my expertise as somebody who's run with the people I've run with, a pretty good motto is do no harm but take no shit, right? If they're not bothering you, there's no reason to go seeking out a fight. But be prepared for one if it comes to you.
All right, I think we got to figure out more about this windmill then. Which means we need to go find our biggest fan.
And we know where this guy is. He's going to go to this convention in Mexico.
The Clifton Kids convention, yeah.
Yes, there's a big book convention. It's, the book part is smaller than the TV film part, but that's conventions these days. The TV
and there
film
were there were a couple of Clifton Kids adaptations, but they didn't actually.
They were not good.
Yeah.
Fans of the books hated them.
Yeah. And then, HBO's putting all its money in the bandits, and why can't I ever remember the name of that show?
The Rebels and the Dogs?
Rebels and the Dogs, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to make a crossover with them. I was gonna do it.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a crossover episode with our own characters. Come on.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
I don't want my character to be here. He's so insufferable.
It'll be like
which one of my characters?
Network TV.
Both of them, of course.
Yeah, right.
Network TV used to do a thing where there were these crossovers throughout their regular primetime blocks. Like a hurricane would hit, and it would affect every show in the
Yeah.
block.
Yes.
And I think that's what it would be like. There would be an episode where our show would be set in the convention, and you would see other people in the background, but they would never interact with each other, and nothing would happen,
Yeah.
and vice versa. I like that.
Unless there are some shows though that did crossovers that like actually like impacted the other timeline. So
Oh,
that could
100%.
also be
One of the
There was
distinctly
like a whole
possible.
season of Quantum Leap that crossed over with Star Trek, where he was a
Yeah.
captain.
Oh,
Oh
really?
my god, that's wild.
There was though one of my favorites, because I loved terrible like TBS and TNT shows, was Crossing Jordan, about the medical examiner in Boston. A body was on an airplane that landed at Logan, and they traced it back to Las Vegas, and then they went on to the show Las Vegas, and they had like a 4-episode back and forth where the characters were trying to solve each part of their crime in the other person's territory. It was great. Love a good crossover. They even had like two of the characters date, and like there'd be like romance between the shows.
The cross promotional romance is always my favorite. Yeah. Anyway, Roxy says, "Look, if we're going to Mexico to track this guy down, then I gotta sort some shit out with the menagerie. I can't be gone that long without making sure that they're going to be okay without me."
Oh, just put your sister in charge. That'll be fine.
She's not even an adult yet. I don't think that would be a good idea.
Last time you let her take charge of anything, they lost the district.
Hey, don't say that about my sister.
That was Alex. That was not Skip. Skip is not. We know that Skip isn't that much of an asshole.
Yeah, and Roxy would kick your shit in if you said anything like that about Rory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I should go check in on my my friends to make sure that they're okay as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just leave it at that and walk away. All right, we'll go find the cheapest flight to Mexico after we meet up in one day.
Yeah, let's call me if any more, I don't know, faceless goons show up, but otherwise I'll see you guys after I sort this shit out.
I'm going to go to the museum and stuff a bunch of hundreds into the donation box, as I usually do. Wads of cash in there.
Where are you getting this money? I don't think you have a job.
I think I invested $20 back 100 years ago.
Mm-hmm. You invested in A&P or whatever. And
I think it's just really low yield investment, but I've been around for so long.
Yeah, that's true.
Compound interest.
And this is very important. It was Hurricane Saturday, and it affected Empty Nest, Golden Girls, and Nurses. Those 3 shows on the NBC network all got there was a hurricane that hit Miami and affected all 3 shows. I know you were all really worried about how this all connects. But
the only one of those I know about is Golden Girls.
Yes.
I actually only know the other 2 because I remember that they were part of the Hurricane Saturday.
Anyway.
Yes.
Roxy goes to the bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, and what are you going to do there?
Well, I would like to talk to Rory about this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, let Big Bertha know that I'm going to be out of town for a little bit.
Okay. Big Bertha says that she can keep things under control while you're gone.
Yeah, and the garage is yours while I'm gone. I'm probably just going to take the Ferrari.
Do a cannonball run to Mexico?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Well, it does specifically say in my splat that even if we take a plane ride halfway across the world, my car will mysteriously show up.
Nice.
And then I go over to Rory. What's Rory doing right now?
Talking with some of the other modders who are close to her age.
Mm-hmm. I sort of put my hand on her shoulder and say, "Hey, can we talk for a minute?"
Sure. What do you need?
I've got to talk to you. I'm going away for a bit, and I just wanted to talk to you about that.
Where are you going?
You know how Skip is like a ghost? We're trying to like solve his murder, and our next lead is in Mexico.
Mexico?
Yeah.
That seems like a long way.
Yeah, I wish it was closer, but you know, you go where you gotta go.
Cool. So I'm in charge while you're gone then, right?
Big Bertha's in charge while I'm gone.
Oh, man.
Look, I'm just saying, like, you still got a couple of years till you're an adult. And once you do, you can start being in charge while I'm gone.
All right. I'll make sure Big Bertha doesn't lock you out of the place.
That's my girl. And you know, and I pass her the keys to my locker where I keep all like the bikes and scooters and stuff. Even though you're not in charge of the menagerie, you're still in charge of my stash.
Sweet.
And I think that's
And
a
then,
good place to cut the
yes.
scene.
Yeah. As she goes back over and starts showing the other kids the keys.
Yes,
They're
100%.
totally going to drive your stuff while you're gone.
That's okay. I can make more.
So
My scene is similarly touching, but only on one end. Like I'm there, I'm stuffing bills into the donation boxes. I leave. I have a moment with the attractive museum curator,
okay.
and I'm like, "Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be okay, and I'll be back before you know it." And they're like,
Yeah, she's like, "Who
"Who
are
are
you?"
you? Never met you before." Yes.
I feel like I just had this conversation with Rue, like
Yeah.
very recently, so I don't know if I need to go back and do it again.
You don't really need to.
But what are you doing at Pickle? What are you and Pickle doing now that you can kind of contact each other and touch? I want a moment.
I think that we trying to think like what would be a funny way to do like fetch using these weird necklaces that won't let us touch each other. If we've got some sort of game where I don't know. Yeah, we're just playing fetch. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Pickle will bring it back and drop the ball for you, and then you can throw it. Yeah.
Oh, and then I have to drop the necklace to pick it up.
Yes.
Then throw it, and then I have to pick the necklace back up and put it on while Zico runs on top of it. Then back and take it off, pick it up. Yeah. There you go. There's the joke. We got one.
There's at least one scene when you're almost throwing the necklace. You're like, no, wait.
Oh yeah.
No, wait.
Perfect.
Nice. Well, we can call it there for the evening.
Sounds good. All right, everything's set up perfectly for the beginning of our next episode.
Yes, absolutely.
Which won't happen for 2 more weeks, right?
Yeah.
So we're taking a brief hiatus. At least this story arc is. I believe the plan is we're going to still air our other show that's set in a convention in Mexico. This had a little confusion to it, but we'll be back in 3 weeks with a new episode of this here show, and we deeply love all of you.
Yeah, and tune in to watch us try to remember what was happening.
Oh, that's gonna be great. This is gonna be like we were we're remembering something else. We were in the Mexico convention in a different show. That's not it. And now for the opening credits. Bye. Was that intentional?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Hey there, we hope you enjoyed this episode of Dungeon Not Included. If you did, please tell a friend and leave us a 5-star review and encouraging comments on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. It really does help spread the word for new shows like ours. You can follow the latest from the Dungeon Not Included crew on Twitter at DNI Crew, and over at Facebook at Dungeon Not Included, or at our home on the Non-Productive Network at Non-Productive.com/DNI Crew, where you can find articles, character sheets, and Patreon exclusives, as well as our latest episodes. Thanks!